I've got this 180SX hub just staring at me. Yeah, damn. Holy. Oh. Oh my god. Wow. Oh, it's fucking size of my head. Oh, hello. Completed Minerva. Look at this. Before. After. Holy moly. That actually looks fucking hectic. Changed the silver face center to a chrome face center. Done a basic general wash. Produced Orders boutique wash. Shout out to them. Shout out to Tommy. Polished with some of the good stuff. A 3-stage by Brilliant Polish. And I also added in my own little spin. You know, the old archive of parts. And I had this sitting around. And I used this right before I finished the 3rd stage of that. And wow. I thought there's no point polishing chrome, but that's the before. I know it's not that much of a difference. It's hard to see in the camera, but you can see the luster, the illuminance of the polished chrome versus not, you know, polishing it. And of course the difference in the lips. That's the polished lip, and that's the non-polished old yuck lip. And guys, just want to preface here as well, like I'm not trying to like do like an immaculate, you know, 3piece.us type fucking wheel rebuild here. I'm just doing like a really quick zing just so I can get this on the car. But I'm really impressed with the results. Like I'm gonna do eventually get a shop to go through and like, you know, make it all mint and immaculate down the track. But for the meantime, bro, like unless you look really closely, you can't really tell the different imperfections. I am stoked with that, bro. Wow. Car's well. Muffin break.
High protein egg white.
Damn, son. This looks good. Is there olives in it?
Sun-red tomato.
Ooh.
Yeah?
Hmm. Have you tried it yet?
No.
Oh.
Mmm.
It's good. Just finding the hardware, Curse's training / dancing with Ivy. Got the tunes pumping, sorting out the nuts and bolts. Oh. I told Curse to take a break from cooking and she gave me what she was going to make for dinner. Filo barbecue spec chicken, made in the air fryer with some broccoli, salt and peppermint. Right. It is good protein, carbs, and you put the rice away for inconvenience. How is it?
Mamacitas. 7, 8, 9. Woo!
Nice. Nice one.
Daddy's turn. He goes again.
1.
Whoa, snap. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, Ivy's turn. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nice.
The calipers on the 180 rear have been starting to get a bit, how you going, seasy. What I'm going to do is I'm going to replace the rear calipers, take them off, get them sent off to a shop. They're going to refurb them, send it back. And I can install it again. And as for the fronts, you could just do the rears and not care about the fronts, but with the fronts, we're going to change it across to a Z32 caliper, which is a 4-pot setup. Actually, it's going to be much better braking, and that means the brakes is done, fully overhauled. Then the only thing that's really left, the weak point of the car left, is the gearbox. That's the only thing that's left that we need to replace. After that, man, pretty much everything's new, so really exciting stuff. Later down the track, we'll go big turbo build and whatnot, but I don't even know. Like, it's making 300 horsepower right now. I might want 400 horsepower, that might be the go-to, but we shall see. But anyway, we're going to chock the front wheels up and then jack the car. Now, what I wanted to say was, whenever you're working on cars, kind of think visually. I'm going to jack the car up from the back, therefore the handbrake's not going to be holding the car down in place. It's a rear-wheel drive car, so therefore the front wheels will still roll. So if I jack the car up right now, it's going to fucking run into this wall. So truck your wheels. Huge shout out to Good Sport Fabrication. You can see this thing here. I can jack my car up from here very easily. Really good for like tire changes when you're out drifting. Crash bar plus the little extension at the bottom that lets you jack it up, so saves so much time. So we've got standard S14 brakes all round, and we're also running a dual caliper setup. So this is for the Willwood Hydro. In hindsight, I thought back in the day I thought my handbrake wasn't working, so I thought, oh, instead of doing all that, let's install a Hydro. But in fact, I reckon if I had just refurbed my calipers, my handbrake would have actually worked properly. So my handbrake works to hold the car, but for the sake of like locking the rears up and drifting, it doesn't work too well. So I was like, fuck it, let's install a Hydro. Bit overkill in hindsight, but now I've got a Hydro. So the setup here is this. We have S14 hub assembly. This is all 5-stud converted. I believe this used to be a 4-stud car. A lot of 180s are. And then the Willwood, this is the dual caliper setup that's connected to the Hydro. And this right here is the standard brakes. So you can see there's 2 different types of brakes. Because I've already got a decent handbrake setup, I don't feel the need to upgrade this, because when you go Z32, you have to, for the rears, you have to also convert this entire thing to a drum brake assembly. This is a disc brake assembly. I can't be bothered doing all that. So got the rear calipers off the car. You can see the piston there looks a bit kind of cooked. Look at the rubber seals of Gonskis out there. And it just overall just looks crusty. I don't think these have ever been overhauled ever. So I've decided to keep the rear rubber hose that runs from the metal line to the caliper. It is an upgrade you can do, but I don't think it's going to provide that much significant of a benefit. These rubber hoses feel fine. What I found in the past is that I always like to replace things even though it's fine. But in certain circumstances when I do that, I end up making the job 10 times harder. And because there's so many things you can do, right? While you're here, you may as well do this. So I'm just being conscious of that and ensuring that I stick to the mission, get this done. Down the track, if the rubber hoses need replacing, I will. In terms of from a drift perspective, it's not really going to impact it that much. The fronts will be braided because I'm upgrading the calipers. But the rears, because they're just going to be stock ones, it's not going to make that big of a difference. Plus you want that forward bite, so I'm just going to stick with it. So inside this box, we will have Z32 front calipers. Pretty excited for this because I've never had to do a brake upgrade on a car before, and this is the very first time I've ever bought PBM parts. I used to think PBM parts by Max shop was like baller, but this actually ended up being more cost effective compared to restoring my existing ones. Oh. You ready, boys? Look at, wow, it's a big dog. Oh my god, wow. Oh, it's fucking size of my head. Oh, hello, yes. Oh, really? Yeah, me too. Holy smoke, look at that, it's beautiful, bro. Z32 parts by Max PBM remake. This is a brand new brake caliper. And it comes with pads too. And they call this a 4-pot because there's, these things are called pots. Gold wasn't exactly my exact choice of color, but this is the, this is the iconic look. It doesn't look too bad. Neutral type of guy, blacks and silvers, whites. Not that I ever paint a caliper white, but yeah, it looks legit. I think it's a little bit larger than what I've got, but nonetheless a good upgrade. I see it as if I'm doing the rear brakes, right? I need to then do the whole brake bleed, this and that. And I'm just like, well, fuck. If I'm gonna restore the rear, I may as well restore the front. So everything's done. I need to order some lines from GK Tech. And you need to order some brake rotors as well to suit. And you gotta wait for the rears to come back as well. Bro, it's proper sweatshop in here, bro. Like, there's shops and guys that rebuild wheels, like, bro, this is some serious, like, fiddly shit. Like, probably they have a better setup than me, but like, the angles I gotta hit just to get the right settings here. Alright, it's an 8mm multi-spline, and these, you're meant to go like 25, 30 Newton-meters of torque, but because they're old bolts and the OG ones are so hard to come by, I had to go 10, and then I increased it to 20. So the way I've done this is I've kind of had the sticker method, where I put the sticker down after I've done 10 torque, then go to the other side, do 10, and then start 10, 10, 10, 10, boom, and then I'll get a sticker. Then I've upped them all to 20, so I've gone 20, put a dot on it, come across, 20, put a dot on it, and you go all over again. And that's just for the spokes that connect onto the face. And then you've got these other bolts, which are a bit trickier, which are this on one side, all right, which is the side you see on the face. See, these guys over here, oh shit, those guys over there. And then on the other side, you have to then put a nut on it, and then you're expected to do some crazy shit that I was doing before, which is holding it on one side and then applying the torque wrench and torquing it to spec and making sure you don't snap anything. So I remember a long time ago I was building Blitzer 3s way before they were cool, and I snapped so many nuts and bolts because I just didn't know how to use a torque wrench, and the torque wrench I had was just shite house. And even this one, it's meant to be a decent one from Tool. Look, it's a cheap one in comparison. There are some torque wrenches that are like 5, 6, 7, 800. I think Snap-on ones are like $1,000. So yeah, I'm just working with what I've got. Touch wood, haven't broken, snapped any bolts yet, which is really good. And now what we're left with is a fully completed Minerva, which has been lightly refurbished by your boy and fully reassembled, and this is pretty much ready to put tires on and load up onto the Mark II. But in the meantime, I've got this 180SX hub just staring at me, begging me to say, try on the Minerva. It's already jacked up and ready, so I'm going to fucking just chuck it on and see what it looks like on the 180. Pretty close to the corner of the butt. God damn, son. Bruh. We have 6 in total, so surely we can make 2 for the 180. Yeah, damn, son. That is hot. That is hot. Wow, this is exactly what the 180 needs. The 180 needs some big, fat chromies, man. I've been talking about this for a while. Oh my days, that's fucking beautiful. Oh yeah, mate, Stance Nation. Fuck yeah. Alright, we're gonna test fit the Minervas and see. Oh, you're probably wondering why am I wearing a cloth on my head and stuff, because like, I realize the more skin you have exposed to the sun, the more your body creates energy to try and cool the body down, so therefore it's better to be fully covered up. That's what I look like. Yallah habibi. Okay, let's see. The moment of truth. Oh my days. Oh wow. Oh, oh. God damn. Shit, son. Baby. Oh. That is fucking beautiful, cuz. Ooved. Wow. Let's go, baby. That's fucking... That looks sick. Oh.